Okay, so I was at a clubhouse room today, and in the room it was about content, social media content, strategies, and they were like, okay, first of all, you need a content strategy. You need to have a plan of action for what you're going to do. You need to have your ideas in place and what order you're going to give them, and always have something ready for the next step, the next stage, kind of like they call it the the hero's journey. You're taking them on a journey. You're seeing what do they need to know, where do they need to go, and all of that good stuff. So you're taking them on a journey. This part is so confusing to me because I didn't I didn't plan the customer journey until recently. And um I realized, okay, what is the journey that they're going on, right? Because at first I just defined, there's a beginner, an intermediate, and an advanced writers. But then after that, what else is the journey like? What is the journey like? What does the journey entail? And then I came up with, these 7 steps or 6 steps, I believe, of what the journey is. And I wrote it down if I could find it. But there is a journey that they're on. And so I came up with a journey. Let me pull that up right now. So the journey is the writer's journey. Like, there's a hero's journey, but there's also the writer's journey. And like, really, there is a writer's journey. Okay, so, all right, so this is the writer's journey. So the writer's journey is actually 8 steps that I came up with when I thought about it for my content idea strategy. Since I thought about this a couple of days ago, because they kept saying journey, and I was like, what is the journey? I don't know. And then of all my content, when I really thought about it, I could break it down into these different categories. This is the journey they're on, and these are the categories of the journey from step 1 to step 8. So the first one is, what do you want to say? That's step 1. Second step, why do you want to say it? Third step, how you want to say it. Fourth step, say it, edit, and clarify it. Fifth step, share it, press, publish, loop back, and make it public. Sixth step, get feedback. Seventh step, adjust as needed. And eighth step, learn and grow. Okay, so those are the 8 steps. Of course, I have a little bit of extension on step 4, say it, edit it, clarify it, and then extension on step 5, share it, publish it, loop back, and make it public. Well, I could edit that a little and probably say share it, publish it, loop back, right? Sharing it in public is the same thing as pressing publish. So yeah. And then important step is getting feedback and adjusting as needed and learning and growing, which is step 6, 7, and 8, right? So while I was in the room, they were, of course, I believe they look at the audience and they look at the Instagram pages of their audience, because you need to know your audience and who you're speaking to. So of course they were looking at us, and I was at the top, of course. I don't know if it's like that for everyone, but you'll be put at the top of the audience when you're in a room, or is it for everyone's name shows up at the top? But usually when I'm in a room, I see myself at the top. So I don't know, but usually when I'm in these rooms, I feel like they're speaking directly to me, because they're probably looking at our Instagram feeds, our social media presence. And so my social media presence had been absent for a little while. I went MIA for a little bit. I kind of was absent for a couple weeks because I had a little bit of anxiety about posting videos of myself, and I kind of stopped. But I already had the videos done. I just was afraid to publish it. And that is actually the step in the journey of the writer's journey, is the publishing stage, which is step 5. And I kind of just stopped, and I stopped. And so one time I was in the group before, and they were talking about, you need to stay consistent. It's very important. Consistency is key. And that's everything. Like consistency in everything. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And so you need to be consistent, because you need to keep showing up and showing that you're trustworthy and likable, and people get to know you. So yeah. So anyway, I realized that. And so I realized I felt guilty. And I was like, okay, I need to start posting again because I stopped and I was self sabotaging myself because I had a little momentum. People were starting to come to my page. And then I kind of just let it fall. And now I'm starting over again because once you stop posting, people leave. They say, oh, she's not serious about this. She's not gonna come. She's just dropped out. She's ghosting us, you know. So I probably look like a flake. So I realized, okay, I need to show back up again. So I went back today, Saturday, because today's the last day of April. And I really had these videos already done, almost done. They were not finished edited because I wanted to put covers on them. I wanted to put an image cover because I didn't want just my face. So I put image covers so that it kind of distinguishes each video from each other because they're all done on the same day. And I did not change my outfit or anything. It's just the same day. So I did all these batch videos, but I didn't put the covers. So it was going to take me a minute to put the covers for each one and go find the video and which one was which video and put the cover on it. I know I should hire that out, but I did not hire that out. And I just wanted to do it myself. So I did it myself. But in the future, I know it's more important to just find someone to do things for you so that you don't have to struggle with the little tedious little things that are involved in starting a business and being in a business and running a business. And I find that editing video is very tedious for me. I know there's some YouTubers that they edit their own videos, but I don't do extensive editing. I used to when I was doing like a longer video, like, and I would use iMovie. But for like little Instagram videos, I would just put a cover on it because I wanted to keep my grid looking cohesive. And before I had stopped being cohesive and I didn't want to do that anymore. So I'm trying to stay cohesive. So I started using covers to keep the images, you know, in a pattern. So I started doing that. And so I was doing that inside of InShot app. And I use InShot app to add a cover to the video for my iPhone. And I just do it on my iPhone. And it takes me a minute because I have to go to the video, go get the video, and then make the cover in Canva and then put them all together and then go back, put it in Instagram, put it hashtags and put a little verse or whatever, or um put a little, what do you call it? Caption and, you know, a little call to action and then, you know, post it. And those are a lot of steps. That's like 5 to 6 steps. And each step takes a little time because you have to go search for it and put it there and put it here and da da da. And it's a lot. And I kind of just, I didn't feel like doing it. I mean, I need to figure out a system. And an important part of being in business is having systems. And I'm realizing that now. I've been learning about that, but that's another episode for another day about having systems and strategies and processes. But today is about strategy and content strategy. And back to the point of the writer's journey. And I had stopped at stage 6, which is share it, publish it, and loop back. And when I was in the group and they were saying that you need a strategy, I already had the ideas. I just wasn't publishing it. I wasn't sharing it. I wasn't looping back and getting feedback. I wasn't adjusting as needed and I wasn't learning and growing because I wasn't getting feedback. So I had kind of stopped on my journey. My growth had stopped because I wasn't getting feedback. And the next things they told us in the group, and this was in the first like 5 minutes of being in this clubhouse room, they said, all right, not only do you need to have a content strategy, a calendar that you have planned for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, which is another thing for another day. I could tell you, follow Jasmine Star. She's great at this planning of content strategy. She has a whole program called Social Curator to teach you how to post great photos and great captions and to get great engagement, which is it's a how do I say, it's a no-brainer. But of course me, I kind of like still want to do it my way and use my own captions. And I have another person I was following, author, and she gave us a bunch of captions to use. So I'm going to use hers going forward and just get in the habit of using captions that are pre-templated and then getting pictures to go with it and start doing this. The tedious part about it that I don't like about social media is putting captions and hashtags, because it's like you have to grab it, you know. I mean, I probably should just put them all in one place so it's not so long to grab and just copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. And then there's the research of hashtags, which is a whole nother story. I use the same hashtags, which I know is not a good thing. You're supposed to like switch it up a little, but you're supposed to try to use hashtags to reach a certain target market, and the people will find you based on your hashtags. I've been using the same hashtags, which are writer hashtags. And that's what I do. But anyway, back to the writer's journey and being in this room about content strategy. They were saying you should take the customer on a client journey. So what is their hero's journey? Where are they leading to? Where are they going to? What is the end result? And the end result is for them a published book. And so first they need to know what they're going to say, why they're saying it, how they're going to say it, then share it, get feedback and adjust and learn. Those are the 8 steps that I've come up with. That's the journey. So basically that is the journey of what I will be posting, right? So everything I post should go in that order, or else it's not the client journey, or else it's chaotic and it's scattered. And so the first thing I did was, today I posted the benefits of a book, and then I posted the skills you need to have a book. So I guess this could be mindset and preparation, but it doesn't talk much about what do you want to say, or how do you want to say it, or how do you want to say it. But I am going to post the next one that's going to be your why, your what, and your how, which is important. You need to know your why, your what, and your how of what you're doing, because that's the foundation of everything. And like the foundation of speaking is, they say to tell the audience what you're going to tell them, then say it, and then remind them what you just told them. And that's like the way to do any kind of public speaking. But anyway, so that was that. And that's what I got from being in Clubhouse. Clubhouse, I get a lot of information, a lot of knowledge, a lot of insight from these gurus, and not so much gurus, but influencers, social influencers. They're very smart people, and they genuinely want to help you. But sometimes I feel offended because of the things they say. Like they said today, some of you may have a following that's large, but it could just be smoke and mirrors, or it could be truly organic. And I felt a little offended by that, because my following is large, but it's not engaged. So it could look like smoke and mirrors. It's not engaged. And so the next thing they told us was to post more things that are for engagement. Look for how you can get them to talk back to you. Ask them questions. That's the next thing to do in your social media strategy. Get them to ask you questions. You want them to engage you. You want them to start a conversation. And I never thought about starting conversation. I was just about like posting, advice and stuff. But I guess, the next thing is posting questions, more questions than not. And then they said that you should give a call to action, and not just asking them to call you in the DMs, but get them to write something in the comments, get them to engage in the comments, to show that they're listening, to show that they're there, to show that they're engaged with you. So then you can start a conversation with them, because the end result is to get a conversation, and the conversation will lead to a conversion of maybe a sale, or just helping them in some way. And that's what you want, because you want the know, like, and trust factor, which is very important in business. And I know that, but I haven't built it up yet. And that's where I am at this point, is building know, like, and trust, which is like so meta, right? Because I'm talking about it while also working on it. So it's very interesting. So today is about content strategy, social media strategy that I learned in Clubhouse. I forget the name of the Clubhouse room I was in. I wish I could tell you right now. But they usually meet up on Saturdays. They meet up throughout the week, actually, in the mornings. They're very persistent, very consistent. I will let you know next time I remember which one it was. I don't know if it's Breakfast with Champions or someone else, but Clubhouse is where it's at, because there's so many influencers on there, and they're just killing it. And they're making waves, and they're making money, and I am learning from them, and hopefully learn how to run a business through Clubhouse. And so that's all for now. My Instagram handle is Christina C_enterprise. My website is thekeytofaith.com. And that's all for now. And I will talk to you on another one.